Hi there, how's it going? Well, today we're going to make one of my favorite dishes and one of my kids' favorite dishes, shepherd's pie. But it's going to be a twist and an upgrade to the old shepherd's pie. Why? Because I'm adding some pumpkin pesto to the layers of the potato. So let's get started. We've got all the ingredients ready. Fresh basil leaves. I'm adding carrots, onions, and mushrooms to the meat of my shepherd's pie. Avocado oil instead of the traditional olive oil. And of course, pumpkin seeds, garlic, and fresh lemon. I very rarely to almost never use the bottled lemon juice. When you really want something to stand out, fresh is the way to go. So I'm using fresh lemon and a couple tablespoons of tomato sauce. Use whichever one you prefer. That's going to get added to our ground beef. So let's get started. So we're going to start with peeling our carrots. Really now we're living in a time where it's the easiest way to be able to eat the healthiest way possible. With all the science that's behind us now in terms of what is good for us, what nutrition we should be eating more of, and what kind of foods serve us the best, right? And what peak they serve us the best, right? So we have so much information at hand, and with the access to the internet is a great tool that provides so much information to what this nutrition does. And people sharing their personal stories and sharing their successes and their lifestyles. We have so much to draw from that is just phenomenal time to live a lifestyle of great health, energy, and abundance. All right, so the carrots we're going to dice. The easiest way to dice is a smaller carrot. You're gonna cut it in half. I like to cut it into about 4 slices, and then each one of those slices into little matchsticks. And then we're going to simply turn those around. Then you're going to get perfect little squares. And there you go, diced carrots. If you pre-plan and bring your kids in to the planning process and schedule a time to be able to prepare these things, you're much more likely to enjoy the process of preparing the meals for your family and for yourself. And have fun with the meals. They never have to be complicated. There's tons of ideas online, like I said earlier. And if you sit down on Sunday and discuss with your significant other and with your kids, if you've got older kids, to bring them into the conversation, discuss what kind of meals you're going to make. And when the time comes for them to take those meals to lunch, they're going to just take it and go. It'll be a lot shorter conversation, and you can concentrate on many other things. But eating and the preparation of good food has to be filled with enjoyment. Because eating is an act of enjoyment. It's an act of nourishment, a source of energy, and it is your main source for your focus and clarity, and even your whole outlook and your daily intention. Starting with a great meal, having a great meal in the middle of the day, and ending the day with a great meal are all actions that will give forward, pay forward, right? How you're going to feel, how you're going to think. Just share the moments with the people that you're eating the meals with. All that has so much to do with your daily life that it makes so much sense to be able to put a lot of effort into planning your meals, talking about it with your family, and making sure that you spend more time at home cooking than making reservations. mushrooms, they do absorb water, so when you wash it, you don't want to soak them in water, but you just want to run water by them. And quickly, Daniels are getting to me. You just want to rinse them with water and then drain off the water, and then do that a couple of times until the mushrooms are fairly clean. Now we're going to cook the ground beef, and we'll get that all ready. So this way we'll get all the components ready. It'll just be a matter of putting those components all together. Vegetable oil, and then we're going to add the ground beef. Now I like to cook the ground beef first. Pour out any excess fat or any excess liquid, and then take the ground beef out, add the vegetables, saute those for a while, and then add the ground beef and all the seasonings. Now, while that's cooking, we can probably prepare the pesto and have that ready to go. Just the thought of this dish excites me. Food is really something that I've been around for a very long time. I've been a chef for well over 20 years, and I've worked in many places locally and overseas, in restaurants and hotels and all kinds of places. I've really been through the whole spectrum of the hospitality industry, and I have to say that it never really gets tiring to prepare food in a way where you're sharing it with your friends and with your family, and more so that you're creating a huge benefit, that you're not only preparing food just because of a trend. Somebody's doing it, fried foods to go with sports games, and hot dogs to go with outings, or quick meals, a lot of chicken nuggets type things, fast food places. It's really nice when you can put a lot of thought into the food that you're preparing, so the enjoyment is doubled. You're sharing it with the people that you love the most, but you're also creating a wonderful benefit in their life and longevity. So if you love them that much, you want to be able to share good health with them. And so when you're creating good food, it should be good, it should be enjoyable, and it also should be healthy and nutritious. And it's a combination of the food that we eat, the efforts that we put in through our exercises, the science-backed nutritional supplements that are available, that add value to foods that we might not have time to eat. And so I've been a chef for a very long time, and what I love the most is the healthy and nutritional type of cooking. And something that I've always concentrated myself on, even though I've worked at places that had a very specific menu, in my own private cooking, I've always concentrated on healthier eating and a healthier lifestyle in a combination of good food, exercise, and nutritional supplements. And so if you want to know what I do in order to continue eating in a nutritional way, and how I create a schedule of foods that I eat to couple together with nutritional supplements and exercise, reach out to me. So here we go. All right. So we're going to add our fresh basil leaves. So there's probably maybe about a cup. Going to add half a lemon. You can start squeezing it just in your hand, make sure you can catch all the seeds. And then you can use a teaspoon to squeeze out all the remaining juice. We're going to add our pumpkin seeds, a couple tablespoons. And then we're going to add fresh garlic. I like to use a lot of garlic. I know a lot of recipes will say 1 to 2 cloves. Who's writing these recipes? 1 to 2 cloves is never enough. 4 to 5 cloves is more like it. I really think the pesto is about the garlic. It's the basil and the garlic. And then everything else is add-ons. Now we're going to close that up. And we're slowly, I'm going to turn this on, and as it's turning, I'm going to slowly add my avocado oil. I'm just going to taste that. I think a perfect dish here for the amount that I'm making. You're going to put the ground beef in here, saute our vegetables, add the ground beef, the tomato sauce, and seasoning. And pepper. And we're just going to pour it out some more. Perfect consistency. When you're cooking out of love and enjoyment instead of anger and frustration, you're bound to always get delicious food. Even if it's not perfect, it's always going to be received in a very joyful way because you are joyful in preparing it, and you're going to enjoy it so much more with the people that you're preparing it for. They'll thank you for your efforts, and they'll thank you for putting a lot of effort and thought into the nutritional value of the foods you're preparing for them. Okay, so we have pesto, vegetable and beef mixture into our prepared pan. And now the only thing it's waiting for is mashed potatoes with layers of pesto. Wow, I wish you could have smell vision on this. It smells phenomenal and it looks really, really good. It's probably the best shepherd's pie I've ever created. You know why? Because I'm doing it out of love and joy and utter enjoyment. We're going to add our pre-boiled, I'm using golden nugget potatoes. I didn't peel them. The golden nugget peels are very thin and there's a lot of nutritional value just under the skin, like there is with a lot of root vegetables. So I've chosen to leave the skin on. I'm going to add some garlic powder to my mashed potatoes, and I've also added some almond milk. You can add soy milk to it as well. It makes it a little bit more creamy. I'll start by just putting a layer just on top of the raw, well not the raw, but the underbelly of it with the meat and the vegetables. Now we're going to put one layer, and what will help is actually if I have a little bowl with water to dip the spoon, it'll help me spread the potatoes over the meat. one final layer. And I've got pesto left over for my kids who love pesto to dip some delicious focaccia or some multigrain bread on top. I want to show you what this looks like. Now I'm going to be baking it at 375. You want to do it at a higher heat because the objective is not to bake the ingredients because they're all pre-cooked. The objective is to get nice crust on the top layer and sort of melting the pesto. The oil from the pesto is going to seep down into the rest of the meat and all the vegetables, and it's going to be to die for. Can't wait to show you the final product. All right, so the shepherd's pie with the pesto on top is done, and I really love for you to see this. Isn't that super delicious and smells phenomenal? See all the pumpkin seeds and the basil that's sitting on top. It's crusted nicely for a great texture on the sides. This is going to be phenomenal. I want to tell you that, as you all know, I've been a chef for many years, and health and nutrition is my ultimate goal. Not only something that I've worked very hard to bring to my family and to my circle of influence, my friends and family, but I want to make sure that I can do that for everybody. That's my ultimate goal. You can check out my YouTube at youtube.com/c/Marat'. You can join our Healthy Mind Fit Body group. And if you have any questions about what I do to stay healthy, not only in my everyday cooking, but also nutritional supplements and my exercise program, reach out to me. I'd love to answer any of your questions. Have a great day and stay healthy. Share delicious food with your friends and family and prepare joyfully.